I know it's kind of hard to hear, but hey, we're in a diesel shop. Today what I'm going to do is pull the injector out of this Mack A1 400 motor. It's not too bad. It's pretty simple actually. I went ahead and removed the valve cover to make it a little quicker. If you don't know how to take a valve cover off an engine, you probably shouldn't be taking injectors out, but that's just me. So let's get started. Okay, first thing you're going to need to do is come down here. This is a fuel pencil, so you're going to need to loosen this up here. Alright, I'll show you why that is in just a second. So make sure that's loose and it's got some movement to it. You can see that moving a little bit there. I'll show you why in a second. Next thing you're going to do, you have to take these plugs out. Alright, you're going to need a special socket for that. You can see here. So this one happens to be a 5/8. Alright. Like I said, I pretty much had it loose already for the sake of the video. The plug comes out like so, and that there you can see is the top of the injector. So at this point, this is why this loosening the fuel pencil was important. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bolt from the valve cover, and I'm actually gonna thread it in top of the injector here. Maybe not, let's see. There we go. Just not all the way, just get a couple threads in there. What you're gonna do is pull on this pencil here, pull it out. Alright, and then you get your lady foot. This is a lady foot. It's like a little baby crowbar, okay? You know, stick it in here gently now, not prying anything heavy. Stick it in there. Should pop right out, nice and easy. Now remember, when you go to pry that up, make sure you're pulling this pencil away, and I'll show you why. There's a hole right here in the side of the injector, and if you look down in here to where the injector sits, if I push on that pencil, that was a lady foot, don't worry about that. You can see it moving in there. Can you guys see that? Well, that little nipple that's in there seats into this hole, and if you don't pull that out, you'll never get the injector out. So now I'm going to take it over to the vise. I'm going to take this apart and explain to you what the parts are. Okay, so I pulled the injector from the motor, and I brought it over here and put it in this vise because it just makes it a little easier to take it apart. So as you can see, it's in the vise here. I can loosen it with my hands because I'm a superhero. You mortal men are going to need tools. Anyway, so you're going to screw off the barrel here, kind of hold it together so it don't fall. So this here's the barrel. I'm just going to set all the parts over here for now. Alright, once you get the barrel off, you're going to pull off the tip. And on the tip here, there's a little washer, what we refer to it as a fire ring. Alright, so that's your injector tip. Set these down here. Okay. Next piece to come off is the anvil. You can see it's got two little guide rods here that go in there. Okay. And this here is the valve. Real small, very important. And then last but certainly not least is the spring, which, now as small as it is, the spring is actually very heavy duty. I mean, you can't compress this spring whatsoever. It takes a extremely high pressure for the spring to compress, okay? And those are the basic components, of injector out of that Mack motor. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and stick them back together. And they came out the same way they went in. Pretty simple. All right. Spring goes in first. By the way, this piece here is just referred to as the valve casing. All right. Spring goes in first. Next comes the valve. Sits on top of the spring like so. Next comes the anvil. You can see these two guide pins here. It's going to match up with these holes. Now you can see this this other hole here for return. So you got to make sure these holes line up as well. It's pretty easy. I'm going to take my fire ring and I'm going to put it back on my tip, like so. Line this tip up here. This is a crucial part to make sure that tip's lined up. I'm going to go ahead and put my barrel back on. Now once you get the barrel on, if the tip isn't completely lined up, you can kind of move it, wiggle it, and then it'll lock in place there. And then you're going to want to tighten this down, tighten the barrel down. And you take your tool and go ahead and tighten it down, and you know what? It's ready to go back in the truck. That's pretty much it. All right, so now that I've tore this down and explained all the parts to you, I'm going to put it back together just like it came out. So when you put it back in, like I explained earlier, make sure this hole here is lined up so the fuel pencil will enter this hole, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and pull that pencil out, drop the injector in there, and I'll tell you what, I might have just missed. We're gonna see. There we go. Okay. Now at this point, once I have this screwed in here, I'm just gonna give it a light tap just to seat the valve. There it went. So you can kind of see that it's seated in there. Pull your bolt out. Okay. Tighten up your fuel pencil here. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way, but just to give you the gist of how it's done. You're gonna crank that sucker all the way down. For the sake of time, we're gonna say that's good. Gonna take the plug cap, put it back on. I'm going to tighten it down with this for now, but just know that once you get that in there, all right, you're going to get you a torque wrench, and you're going to torque these plugs down to about 35 foot-pounds of torque. That's it. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I can, but for the video, that's what you're going to need to tighten it down. But for now, for the sake of this, it's good enough. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys viewing all my videos. Tune into my channel, subscribe to my page, Nick Green at YouTube, and remember guys, you ain't cool unless your chrome's shining. Until next time.